Greetings, literature enthusiasts. Are you intrigued by the tantalizing mysteries nestled within the pages of classic literature? Or fascinated by the intricate tapestry of human nature they weave? Have you ever found yourself asking why, in many literary works, the so-called good guys always seem to finish last? If so, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the captivating world of one of the most profound and influential authors in history, Fyodor Dostoevsky, known for his intense character studies and profound psychological insight. Dostoevsky's narratives often have us questioning our very understanding of what it means to be a hero. Good guys in his novels are often complex, flawed, and surprisingly human, a stark contrast to the archetypal, infallible heroes we're used to. This dichotomy raises a critical question, a thought-provoking revelation that goes against our conventional understanding of heroism. As we embark on this literary journey, we'll be peeling back the layers of Dostoevsky's iconic works such as Crime and Punishment, The Brothers Karamazov, and Notes from Underground. Welcome, lovers of literature, philosophy, and psychology, to this enlightening exploration of a timeless question and profound human insight. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Dostoevsky's works, unflinching in their examination of the human condition, often feature morally upright characters who struggle against a world that seems indifferent, if not outright hostile, to their virtues. His narratives, rife with philosophical depth, psychological insight, and social commentary, offer a unique perspective on the proverbial good guys and their paradoxical fate. Take, for instance, the character of Prince Mishkin in The Idiot. Mishkin, a beacon of goodness, honesty, and compassion, is nonetheless met with disdain, exploitation, and ultimately, tragedy. He is a quintessential good guy who, despite his virtues, finishes last. But why is this the case? What is Dostoevsky trying to tell us about the nature of goodness and its place in society? Dostoevsky's world, much like our own, is filled with contradictions and complexities. It is a world where good and evil, right and wrong, are not always clearly demarcated. As we delve deeper into the labyrinth of Dostoevsky's literary universe, we encounter a pantheon of characters that are a diverse representation of human nature. From the saintly to the wicked, from the absurd to the sublime. Yet, there's a common thread that binds them all, a recurring motif that Dostoevsky seemed to have a soft spot for: the good guys. These good guys, as we shall call them, are characters that embody the virtues of honesty, compassion, and integrity. They are the moral compass in a world that often seems devoid of it. They are the Prince Myshkins, the Alyosha Karamazovs, the Sonia Marmeladovs, characters who, despite the harsh realities of their circumstances, refuse to compromise their principles. Yet, in Dostoevsky's world, these paragons of virtue often find themselves at the receiving end of life's cruelties. Their goodness is not rewarded. Instead, they are often met with suffering, humiliation, and disdain. In the harsh, unforgiving world of Dostoevsky's novels, goodness seems to be a tragic flaw, a burden that leads to their downfall. Take, for instance, Prince Mishkin from The Idiot. He is a character of unparalleled kindness, honesty, and innocence. In the world of Fyodor Dostoevsky, the good guys are often portrayed as finishing last because they operate outside of the conventional moral structure. Unlike the traditional heroes of literature, these individuals are not driven by self-interest, power, or glory. Instead, they are guided by a profound sense of empathy and a deep respect for humanity. They are willing to sacrifice their own happiness, comfort, and even their lives for the sake of others, irrespective of whether those others are deserving or not. Dostoevsky's good guys are the epitome of selfless love and sacrifice. Characters like Prince Mishkin in The Idiot and Alyosha Karamazov in The Brothers Karamazov embody this philosophy. They are the ones who, despite their inherent goodness, are often misunderstood, ridiculed, and even victimized by the very people they try to help. They finish last not because they fail, but because they refuse to compromise their moral principles for personal gains. This paradoxical treatment of the good guys was not merely a storytelling device for Dostoevsky. It was a reflection of his complex philosophical outlook. Dostoevsky, a devout Christian, believed that the essence of humanity was not in the pursuit of self-interest, but in self-sacrifice and love for others. The reality of Dostoevsky's perspective is rooted in his profound understanding of human nature, particularly the inherent contradiction in our desire for good and our propensity for self-destruction. He believed that goodness, when not tempered with self-awareness and self-control, can lead to a sort of martyrdom where one continually sacrifices oneself for others, inevitably finishing last. Dostoevsky's characters often embody this struggle. Take, for instance, Prince Mishkin from The Idiot. Mishkin is the embodiment of a good guy, a man of unimpeachable moral character who always seeks to do the right thing. However, his inherent goodness makes him an easy target for manipulation, leading to his tragic downfall. Despite his noble intentions, Mishkin is constantly exploited by those around him, causing him to finish last in his search for happiness and contentment. His other works also echo this sentiment. In Crime and Punishment, the protagonist, Raskolnikov, is a man torn between his desire to do good and his darker impulses. He commits a heinous crime with the intention of helping his impoverished family, but his guilt and torment lead him to his own destruction. Even when trying to do good, he finishes last, consumed by his own guilt and remorse. In our journey through the world of Dostoevsky, we've seen how the good guys often end up finishing last. We've explored how his characters, despite their virtuousness, often suffer misfortunes, hardships, and even tragic endings. But why is this so? The surprising secret lies in Dostoevsky's humanistic and psychological examination of his characters, their moral battles, and the world they inhabit. A character's virtue, in Dostoevsky's world, doesn't guarantee him a convenient life. or a happy ending. The goodness often leads them to challenges and obstacles, not because they are being punished, but because they are being tested. Their goodness is not a shield that protects them from the world's harsh realities, but a sword that they must wield in the face of adversity. Dostoevsky shows us that the road to